Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from the beautiful Carolinas. Today's topic is going to be the narcissist wants what they don't have. Think about that for a minute. Everyone, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So this is what the narcissist wants. They want the next new shiny object. They want what they don't have. And when the narcissist finally gets what they do want, they don't want it any longer. I know it's confusing, but this is the narcissistic abusive relationship in a nutshell. It is usually catch and release, or capture and maintain, or keep people trapped in the narcissistic fog or the web of manipulation. But the narcissist always has one foot in the relationship and one foot out the door. They are always looking for that next new relationship, whether it is romance, friend, colleague, coworker, whomever, person in a hobby or community group they were or are a part of. But what the narcissist wants is they want what they can't have because it's a challenge for them. You see, the narcissist is always looking for supply. They are always looking to feel needed and to feel important and to have people stuck thinking about them. So this is why so frequently people go back to the narcissist over and over and over again. It's not until they get the message they finally figure out that this person, i.e. the narcissist, they can't change. And what they're doing is they're stuck in a loop. In that loop they can never get out of, but what they want is to keep people trapped in that loop with them. That is the narcissistic abusive cycle. Now, let's use an example. Let's say that the narcissist is your adult child, or maybe it's your sibling, or maybe it's your parent, someone in the family. Well, this person you probably gave so many chances to throughout your whole life, and you kept on believing that that person had your best interest at heart, and that they would change, and that they have figured out that being a good person is better than being a toxic narcissist, although they probably didn't know what the term was. But over time, you realized that your health was being consumed, your money was being drained, your energy was being zapped, your relationships were paying a big price because you were still in communication with this person, and nothing was improving. And you realized eventually, maybe you're 30, 40, 50 years old now or older, and you realize finally that, oh my gosh, it's me. I'm the white sheep or the black sheep. I'm the person with a high level of empathy. And these people that I was giving so much attention to, maybe my parents or siblings, or maybe it was friends, these people, they just kept on pressing on that gas pedal of abuse. They kept on breaking boundaries. They kept on saying, yeah, they will change, or yeah, let's just get together and patch things up. But eventually something broke, something snapped, something gave. And that's when you found that needle in a haystack, which is the narcissistic abusive cycle. And lo and behold, here you are, getting your cup full or topping up. You're understanding that you are the priority. You come first, second, and third. And you also realize that the narcissist has always wanted what they can't have. So using the example I shared with you a moment ago, maybe it was your sibling. Maybe you gave them so many opportunities to change. They never did change. Maybe it was your adult child that you were sending them money every month or so. Well, they didn't change. They kept on playing the victim card, or saying, I can't pay my electricity bill, or can you just help me get on my feet, or can you just give me an airline ticket to do that? And then maybe you would offer them the airline ticket, or you would offer to pay their phone bill, etc. And they would say, no, I prefer the cash. Well, think about what I'm sharing with you. You see, what the narcissist wants is A, they want to keep you stuck. B, they want your money. C, they want your time. D, they want to matter to you. And E, once they get what they want from you, they'll disappear for a period of time, and then they'll pop back up when they need something from you. Let's focus on that for a minute. The narcissist is not only needy, but they need to be needed. And when the narcissist wants something, that's usually when they'll pop up and blame you or play the victim, whatever it is, and they need help. But when you need help, or you needed help in the past, the narcissist was nowhere to be found. Example, let's say you got sick or you had a health concern. Was the narcissist there for you? No, they weren't. Many times when a woman is giving birth and their spouse is the narcissist is nowhere to be found in the hospital. They're off playing golf, or they're off with their buddies, or whatever they're doing, because the narcissist doesn't care about anybody, specifically once they know they have them. That is why the narcissist is always looking over their shoulder to see who's paying attention to them, to see who they could trap in that narcissistic fog. And once the narcissist gets what they want, they don't want it any longer. Let's talk about marriage for a moment. I mention this frequently on the channel. If you married somebody who turned out to be the narcissist, well, what happened? Well, you planned for the wedding, You invited the guests. The narcissist, I am certain, went over the guest list with a fine-tooth comb, and they invited whoever could elevate them and make them feel good about themselves on that special day or that special weekend, whatever it was. And then they did not invite certain people strategically on purpose because they were trying to inflict damage to those people. But yet, focus on this part. Let's say the former spouse of the person you married who turned out to be a narcissist, or the former romantic relationships, these people would know very well that the narcissist was going to get married because they were trying to twist the knife in these former relationships. I hope you understand. Now, they're not sending them a wedding invite, but they would leak it through the grapevine or have flying monkeys let these people who are probably still caught up in the trauma bond or the narcissistic fog know that their ex, your soon-to-be spouse, is going to get married. This is one of the layers upon layers upon layers of the narcissistic abusive cycle. This onion will be peeled back till the end of time. Not any one person has all the answers. Not any one person has all the solutions. We all have been down the narcissistic relationship. We are all on the healing path headed in the same direction, simply taking different footsteps. But my point is, when the narcissist wants what they don't have, they will usually focus laser sharp on getting what they want. And they will be devaluing the person that they're currently with. And it doesn't have to be romantic. Like I said, it could be a sibling, mom, dad, whomever, friend, colleague. But once they want something, once they have their eyes locked on something, they will turn the charm on, they will bat the eyelashes and show the rosy cheeks and flirt, wink, wink, or triangulate. They'll do whatever they have to get close to that person to get what they want from them. And that's what the narcissist did with you. Remember, you were at one point a clean slate to the narcissist. You didn't know this because you weren't taught narcissism 101 in school. So you didn't know that there were people out there on the planet that didn't have your best interest at heart. Again, the narcissist is at the top of that list. But once they have their eyes on somebody, or once they set their sights on something, getting access to something, and it is through a certain person, they will do whatever they need to do to get what they want, and they don't care about who they have to damage along the way. That is why once the narcissist gets what they want, again, it could be a relationship, it could be access to something, it could be money, it could be a house, who knows what it is. This is when they change. This is when their energy and their effort shifts. This is when they pull back. This is when they sit high up on the pedestal that they placed themselves, and you probably placed them, or whoever it was placed them, and they say, wow, that was a journey. That one took me only 7 months to get what I wanted. That's amazing. Now, how do I inflict as much damage upon the person that gave me what I needed? I'll discard them and I'll go on to a new shiny object, to a new target, to something new that I have set my sights on that I don't have. The narcissist is continuously searching for people that can provide and elevate their lifestyle from one plateau to the next. They're always looking for people to pay their way through life. They're always looking to keep people stuck in the narcissistic fog. They are hoping people don't see behind the mask. They are always wanting what they don't have, and when they get what they don't have, then they don't want it any longer, or they keep people trapped and they look for a new target or a new objective. This is how the loop in the narcissistic abusive cycle, it continues to go around and around and around. And the one common denominator, the one constant, is the narcissist. Now, you were caught up in that trap, you were caught up in that web, you were caught up in the fog for quite a period of time. And again, when that relationship ended, the narcissist had taken virtually everything from you that they could, but they didn't take your spirit. They didn't take your soul. They didn't take your mind. They didn't take you as a human being and a beautiful, bright, shining light. They tried. They really tried to extinguish you, but they failed, and they could not accomplish that. But when that relationship did end, if they did discard you, what they did is they didn't think that you would A, figure it out, B, put yourself back together, and C, see behind the mask and be strong enough to what? That's right, to go no contact and to block these people, delete them, remove them and all flying monkeys and people associated with them. They never thought you would do that, but you did. And when you did that, that's when you realized that, oh my gosh, this relationship is a relationship that I need to heal from. I can't just get back out and make new friends or jump in the dating scene or interact with people like I used to, because I need to heal from this thing. I need to process childhood wounds, see a therapist. I need to journal. I need to meditate. I need to watch videos. I need to read. I need to insulate and protect myself in the cocoon of boundaries where I will do most, if not all, of my healing. This is the path. This is what so many of us have done. And once you put the definitions and the terms in the glossary of the narcissistic abusive cycle, example, what is triangulation? What is the smear campaign? What is a rage fit? What is financial abuse? What is projection, etc. Once you put these terms together and you couple them with your real life experience, that equals wisdom. This wisdom you've acquired, it's a superpower, and it's a superpower on steroids once you have boundaries and you now say no, the strongest word in the English language, and you don't overshare, and you have weeded out all the toxic people from your life. And there were way more than one person that was toxic. You just didn't know it because you didn't know what narcissism was. But having said all these things, the narcissist will always want what they can't have. Let's fast forward. It's been years. You've healed. You're at the pinnacle of indifference, the mountaintop of indifference. You're feeling great. You've never felt better because you're now in the third version of you, the strongest, most galvanized version of you known to humankind. And what happens? Well, perhaps a flying monkey pops up from years ago and they say something to you and you're like, wait a minute, why would you, I don't even know you anymore. That was years ago. Well, that's a signal. It's a smoke signal, if you will. It's a telegraph. It is somebody revealing themselves that, yes, they are still in communication with the narcissist, and yes, they're trying to test the temperature of you and see if you actually have healed or if you will take another bite of the forbidden fruit. Now, we know to not accept a Hoover. And for those of you who don't know what a Hoover is, that's when the narcissist is trying to draw you back in to the relationship or to test the temperature of you to see if you've healed and you've healed properly, or if you are open to communicating with them. Once you've identified that a person is a toxic narcissistic person, you should not be in communication with them whatsoever. If you need to, I guess maybe if it's your mom or dad or somebody, I get it. Well, utilize Grey Rock, but have an exit plan if you can. Create, develop, and execute an exit plan, and realize where you are today is not where you will be in 3 months, 6 months, 9 months. But going back to the Hoover, this is what will happen at times. It doesn't happen with everybody. And my hope is you do not get hoovered. And my hope is if you should get hoovered, you decline it. But this is what the narcissist will do, because when they realize that you are healing or you have healed or you still have things you can provide for them, they will try to pop up, get in your good graces. They will try to make contact with you at times to see where you are and to see if you will still go back or give them or elevate them another part of their life. That's why you must not accept a Hoover. That's why you must be Hoover proof. That's why you must insulate and protect yourself, because these people, they're everywhere and they will pop up out of the woodwork any which way the wind blows if they're not getting their needs met. This is why the narcissist always wants what they can't have. And once they get what they want, they get topped up with supply. They feel really good about themselves, but then they need the next conquest. They need the next objective. They need the next target or goal. They're always fishing or looking behind the scenes. Why do you think the narcissist is always on their smartphone? Because that is instantaneous supply. They can get supply from any country on the planet 24/7. They can get it while they're sleeping right next to you. They can get it at work when they're sitting in their cubicle working. They can get it when they're in the bathroom, allegedly using the bathroom facilities. They can get it when you are driving them to the beach. They can get it anywhere. As long as they have their smartphone and internet, they are always going to be looking for the next new shiny object. They're always going to be looking for something they can't have. And think about social media for a moment. The narcissist is crawling all over social media, specifically dating apps. But one thing they're looking for is they're looking for somebody who is naive, who is appealing to them, who has a certain lifestyle, who can do what the narcissist wants. And then they assimilate with those people. They communicate with them, and the doors of communication open up, and the person who they're targeting most likely has no idea what's going on unless they're a toxic person themselves, or unless they've healed. But then again, they probably wouldn't be all over social media. But the point being is, then the narcissist tries to play the games. They play the waiting games, the texting games, the pining games, the video games, meaning video calls, etc. And one thing leads to another, and then this person, the target, let's say they are not a narcissist, they're waiting and waiting for the narcissist to pop back up, and now their life is put on hold. And maybe this person lives 5,000 miles away from them, who knows? But this is what will always take place with the narcissist. That's why you need to bring your A game. That's why you need to have boundaries. That's why you need to understand that the relationship you were a part of, it wasn't your fault. You were taken advantage of. You were manipulated. You were tricked and trapped and placed in the narcissistic fog, a place you didn't even know existed. And the narcissist had a huge advantage over you from the minute they met you until that relationship ended and you discovered what narcissism was, because they knew who they were. They knew what they would do with you. They knew how they would do it. They knew when they were going to end it, or approximately when, and they already had lined up another source of supply, i.e. your replacement. This is how the cycle continues to go around and around. So understand something. The narcissist will always want what they don't have. And when they have what they want, they don't want it. They just want to keep people trapped and keep people being the unpaid helper and providing things for them until they get jaded and bored. Then they discard that person, or if the person's wise and they figure it out, they end it themselves. And then the narcissist just goes on to a new source of supply. This is the cycle. This is the loop. That is why you must go no contact. If not now, when? So everyone, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the beautiful Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon, evening, or morning, no matter where you are on the planet. You are not alone. Remember that. You are not alone. I love you all. God bless you, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. And bear in mind, the relationship wasn't your fault. But now that you've figured out what narcissism is and how prevalent it is on the planet, you really need to take ownership, and you need to not give people so many chances. You need to not overshare. You need to protect yourself, and you need to understand there are many people out there that don't have your best interest at heart. So protect yourself. I love you all. God bless you, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.